Hi, I'm Tim Bartz, Internet Sales Manager here at McArthur Ford, Salina, Kansas, your source for Ford news, update, and information with one of our complete guide videos on the 2023 Ford F-150 Lightning. We're going to talk about the Pro trim first. So in this video, we'll be dedicated just to this trim. We'll talk about all the standard equipment and the different packages and such that are available in standalone options in this video. So I like to call it a complete guide video because they're very thorough. So very, long videos, but they're going to go over all the information for you so you know exactly what's equipped on these. Because when you go to the build and price, you look on the website, it may not show you all of the standard features, but it'll show you some of the different added options and different packages and such like that. And we'll get to that a little bit later. But the beginning of this really is very helpful for a lot of those looking to do that. Pretty soon you're going to be able to place those orders, and some of those people are going to be getting those invites. In fact, already have sent out the Pro version of those that extended their reservation because of the Pro being sold out, are able to now, probably got an invite already as of last week, to go ahead and place their order and with their invite. So this is a, I think, important video to get out there, so I want to get it out as soon as possible. And we're going to be working on the XLT trim as well. Follow that, because here in a couple weeks, those that extended on XLT will be able to get that invitation to switch over that reservation to an order. Now keep in mind, if you don't have a reservation, you're not able to go into the dealership and order. I actually did a video about this information, so check that video out. But right now, if you don't have a reservation, you're not in line to be able to get an invite to order, and that's how you're able to order those. You can't go into the dealer and order. You have to basically get an invite by Ford based on your timeline for your reservation place. So but when you're ready to do that, those that have a reservation, this is hopefully be some good information for you. So if you do like videos like this, don't forget to hit that red subscribe button down below so you can subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell, that way you get notified next time we have another video uploaded to our YouTube channel. Okay, so we're going to dive in there and talk about this. Now, we do, for here at McArthur, we, on all of our Lightnings, we are doing MSRP pricing, $500 dealer fee, and no other cost, nothing else added, no required add-ons or anything like that. So if you're, are considering out there, maybe talking to your dealer, or maybe they've decided to mark up and such, we are taking, reservations if you want to switch over to us. We'll have more information about a free shipping policy and everything at the end of the video, but just keep in mind that is available for you, and that we're here to help you out with that. We are an EV certified dealer. So let's go ahead and dive in. Let's talk about some mechanical features first, and then we'll move on around to the vehicle there. All right, now we're going to go ahead and get started on some of the mechanical features, and I do like that, at least for this model, the F-150 Lightning, they already have the build and price up and ready, and so we're going to be able to use some of that information. And for those of you, well, let's just go ahead and share my screen here so you can kind of see it. So looking here, you're going to go to Ford.com and go to electrified vehicles. I found this the easiest way, and it still says 22 there, but if you click build and price, it actually does pull up 23 now. So last week it was actually still glitching a little bit, but now we're up to date here. It does show you the new pricing. So the Pro version does start at $46,974 for 23. Now, just so you know, if you have a 22 order already placed and it hasn't been scheduled yet, it ends up getting pushed to 23, you will be locked into last year's pricing, as well as those that extended their reservation because the Pros were sold out or the XLTs were sold out. They're also going to be locked into the 2022 pricing. Anybody that has not got an invite yet, basically, that's the way I word it. If you haven't received an invite, then you're going to be locked into these prices for 22. So even if you have a reservation, that doesn't tie you into any kind of price lock. You have to have an order in there, and so it's a lot of people are frustrated about that, but it's really a lot easier for Ford to be able to see that actual order in there than someone that has a reservation and that kind of thing, because reservations can get canceled and such if people decide they don't want it. So anyway, so just so you know that, so you're aware of which pricing you're going to have, whether it's going to be this pricing or last year's pricing. It's basically, if you've received an order invite, you're locked into last year's 22 pricing. If you have not, and you're waiting to get that reservation, you have that reservation waiting to get that order invite, these are the prices you're going to be looking at right here. So let's click on the start your build here. Now, by the way, view the details. A lot of people are like, well, I can get all that information, Tim, than what you're talking about right here. But if you notice, scrolling down, doesn't show you any of those features. So this is all you get in the way of information of what's standard. So you don't really, that's why I like to do these videos, to kind of give you that information. So start your build here, and you go down here, and even if you scroll down here, it doesn't give you any information here on these. So that's why these videos are so important, I feel like, to be able to tell everybody, because you could see what's added and what's the optional stuff here. That's kind of funny. But it's, you know, so just so you know, you gotta, this, I think this video will help out. So, and so, by the way, we'll talk about this in here in just a little bit, but this here is already checked, but that's actually optional, just like it shows there. I'm not sure why it's showing right here, but we're going to talk first about the mechanical features on the Pro version, what standard, what can you expect, and we're going to use this view right here to get you started on this. So, of course, standard on mechanical, for mechanical features, you do have, as you can see there, the fully boxed steel frame. Believe on the gas version it's 8 cross members, but you will have that steel frame in there. You can see those battery, those they just sit there between those two frame rails. Perfect position, doesn't take away from any of your cab space or your bed space or anything. And we'll talk about some other features you get because of that location and everything. Skid plates underneath to protect it and everything. And the standard battery on these is going to be a 98 kilowatt usable capacity, standard range, high voltage battery. And you'll see they're going to come standard with your dual motors. So you have a motor on each of those axles to give you power, instant power, by the way. Just a great ride for that. And they're, because of that, have standard 4x4 in this as well. Now you will have a standard equipment as well, a rear e-locker axle back here. You're going to also have the electric engine cooling fan as well, so you're going to have standard on that. Now we'll get into, you know, some options for you to be able to increase the cooling for the vehicle. You will also have electric parking brake with an auto hold. So auto hold means when you are at the stop sign, you want to take your foot off the brake, you are able to do that, and it's going to hold the brake. So I'll tell you another feature here just a little bit, actually, when we get to the end of this section, where it's a great driving experience and just does it automatically for you. Heavy duty dual front shocks, as well as you have front and rear coil springs on the vehicle too. So you're going to have that rear independent suspension as well as the front up there, and you have front and rear stabilizer bar as well. So great ride because of all that, and you'll get the power steering with the ePass electric power assist steering for you, and you're going to have some drive modes. So selectable drive modes, you'll have a normal, a sport, a tow haul, and an off-road mode for you. Real important you have all those, and so just so you know that. And did experience sport mode. If you're in that sport mode, you do not have access to the one pedal driving, which is a feature that standard equipment, even on your Pro version, is the one pedal driving. That's where you don't have to press your brake. As you press the accelerator going, as you start pulling off, you're going to start braking the vehicle. Of course, auto hold comes into effect there. So if you're pulling off of that and you're braking in the stoplight, you're completely off the gas pedal. Don't have to press the brake because you have that auto hold feature right there as well. And don't forget to, for charging, you're going to have that combo connector system charge port, where you can charge, you know, the level 1, level 2, even the DC fast charging level 3 with that port there to be able to charge a vehicle up. So those are all mechanical features. Let's talk about a few of the safety features now. And I'm going to actually pull off this so you can kind of see that. So some of the safety features, we're going to talk about the Ford Copilot 360 2.0. That's going to be standard equipment on all of your Pro versions, Lightnings. So it will come with a pre-collision assist with automatic emergency braking. That's going to give you your pedestrian detection, forward collision warning, and the dynamic brake support. So if somebody's going slower than you, or you're not paying attention, not braking, it's going to let you know. It's going to put a little message on the dash, series of tones that you need to stop, and helps preload those brakes. So when you are ready to brake, it's going to brake even faster for you. Also, you're going to get Bliss with cross-traffic alerts. That's a blind spot information system with cross-traffic alerts. So that basically means if someone's in your blind spot, it's going to put a light in the corner of that mirror and let you know it's not safe to go in that lane at that time. Also, if you're ready to turn lanes, you put your turn signal on, it's going to blink and let you know that there's someone there. So it really wants you to, very intentional that you need to, that there's someone in your blind spot. Cross-traffic alert uses those same sensors, so if you're backing up, someone crosses your path behind you, it's going to alert you, let you know. It's going to use a series of tones, and it's not safe for you to back up. And on the backup camera screen, it actually has an arrow showing you which way they're coming from, and also lights up the mirror, those exterior mirrors too, and lets you know which side they were coming from and such, or which side I should say they're on. So if they're coming from this way, it'll light up that left one, but then once they get to the other side and pass you, it'll light up the right one. So it's pretty cool on how that all works. You also get lane keeping system, which has 3 functions within it. You have your lane keeping alert system, your aid system, and driver alert. So driver alert lets you know if you take your hands off the steering wheel too often, it's going to let you know that you're doing that. And you do have your lane keeping aid system and alert system, which means the alert system is going to, if you leave your lane, it's going to vibrate the steering wheel and let you know you've left your lane. Still let you leave the lane though. The aid system will actually go over to those lines and bring you back in. Now you can work those together, and what it'll do is if you get to the line, it'll vibrate the steering wheel, but still keep you and bring you into your lane. Also, part of the Copilot 360 features is your rear view camera. Of course, pretty self-explanatory there. You're going to be able to see as you're backing up. Reverse sensing system is also standard on this 2.0 version, and you get reverse brake assist. So as you're backing up, if something's back there, it's working like your pre-collision assist in the front. It's braking and letting you know, or it's going to go ahead and brake the vehicle if there's something coming behind you or something real quickly. And that works pretty well. I actually backed up on my driveway, and there was something actually just kind of sticking out, and the wind kind of blew it, so it thought it was coming out behind me, and it braked the vehicle. So it works really well. You also get post-collision braking. So if you are in an accident, maybe you're not paying attention, remember to put it in drive, or maybe you're unconscious, it's going to brake the vehicle so you don't have a more severe accident. And the last feature is part of the Copilot 360 2.0. That is the auto high beams. So basically what that'll do is bring those high beams on if it's dark enough outside and you're driving along. If you're in the city lights or a car approaches you, it's going to automatically dim those mirrors or those lights for you. And that is something you can activate and deactivate in your lighting section of your vehicle settings screen, along with your bliss. All those can be activated and deactivated for the most part. Reverse sensing and rear view camera and such will not, and the pre-collision assist is also something I believe you can activate and deactivate too. So a lot of those features are nice safety features that can be turned on and off on features that you want and don't like, so which is really cool. Now let's talk about some other safety features. You have advanced track with roll stability control, and that's goal of that is keep you on your intended path. So use a series of brakes and torque around the vehicle to keep you going on your intended path if you're in a slick driving situation, or maybe you're going into a curve too fast. It'll help you with that because it also does have curve control to work in conjunction with that as well. Now, if you are in an accident, it does have SOS post-crash alert system that honks the horns, flashes lights if you're in an accident. Also, you do have 911 assist that allows you to call 911 directly if you have your Bluetooth-enabled phone connected instead of using a third-party provider or something like that. And also, you do have as you're backing up, you will have the audible vehicle alert system. So it's gonna let people know you're wanting to back up because you're an electric vehicle. It's quiet. People won't be able to hear when you're backing up, so they are giving you those audible alerts as you're backing up. Also, you get perimeter alarm. So perimeter alarm means that it's going to use intrusion as well as inclination sensors to help protect your vehicle from someone trying to break into it. So if you have the vehicle, you leave your vehicle, you lock it, and there's no one inside, it's going to set those intrusion sensors. And so what that's going to do is if somebody tries to break the windows and get in and unlock your vehicle, open the door, it's going to sense that, and it's going to set the alarm off. It's gonna honk the horns, flash the lights and everything, let people know that someone's trying to get in the vehicle. As well as if somebody tries to raise up your vehicle to take your wheels or something, it's gonna do the same thing with that as well. That's the inclination sensors as well. So there's all the safety and mechanical features. Let's dive in and take a look of the exterior of this vehicle. All right, so now we're going to go ahead and dive in and talk about the exterior features. We're going to start at the front and actually going to bring over and get your screen grab. There you go. And since this is actually updated with the 23 information, we can actually show you what the colors look like for this year as long as they're accurate, which they've gotten a lot better with this. So we got a Gate Black Metallic is available. We do have the Antimatter Blue. That actually looks like Atlas Blue to me. So Antimatter Blue is a little darker than that. To me, so just take that for what it's worth. I think it's a little bit darker than that. And we do have the carbonized gray, which also looks darker than that, in my opinion. And then we do have the iconic silver, and maybe this is my screen, but even that the silver should be a little darker than that. We have Oxford white, looks pretty accurate. We do have and that looks pretty good, Rapid Red metallic tinted clear coat. That's an extra cost color there, $500 for that. Then we do have the Stone Gray Metallic, which is kind of a tannish color, but it's a dark tan, a little darker than that, I think. And then new colors for this year, we do have Avalanche is a new color, and that's a very light tan color. And then we do have the Azure Gray Metallic Tricoat, which is an $800 cost color because it's 3 coats of paint. And that actually looks like the ice blue from last year. I don't know. Am I the only one? But I'd assume since it has a gray color in there, maybe it's supposed to be a little darker than that. Maybe it's my screen. I don't know. But anyway, that's what we're going to look at. So we're going to actually pull this up and look at a closer shots here so we can see that. We'll leave it on that color. And so on for the exterior up here, this is where, the front of the vehicle is really where people, if you look at this vehicle, other than a couple different spots that, some people look at it, this vehicle looks a lot like a regular gas F-150. The doors, the sides, the fenders, the front of it and everything looks real similar to an F-150. But when I actually have vehicles and I pop that open front area, which of course it does have power up and down even on the Pro version, that's where the story starts to talk. And people are like, wait a minute, where's your engine? And that's usually where discussion starts. So you're going to have that power front area up there. It is a large open area that get to use that open area since we don't have that engine taking up that area. So you have 400 liters of cargo, I should say, and 400-pound cargo limit for that as well. So it'd be equal to 8 pounds of quickcrete. So if you're in the construction, that kind of thing. So that gives you kind of an idea of how much weight it can handle up there. Now you will have 2.4 kilowatt of Pro Power on board throughout the vehicle, and it can be used. And there's to help with that in the front area, you'll have 4 outlets. That's 120 volt outlets, 2 USB ports, a USB Type A and Type C as well up there. Now, of course, it does have an open well with a drain at the bottom. It's not really a drain plug. It's always open. Found that out this weekend. Putting ice in there, it's always going to be dripping that out. So I might have to figure out if I can put some sort of plug down there to plug it up. But you'll have that down there as well, kind of a well to be able to put ice and stuff in there, and it works really well. So it's really fun to use it. Now, looking at the exterior of the vehicle, you can see that front area up there does have a carbon black front grille up there. So really good distinctive look up there, and I like that instead of a normal grille. A lot easier to clean, by the way, and get those bugs off than with the grill itself. You will see that. You will see more of a black in between there on where the LED lights are. So you have your LED lights as well up here. They are projector automatic LEDs. So projector is going to be much brighter than a reflector. So that's really nice. It will also have dynamic bending headlights, which means when you turn, it's going to turn, basically lighting your intended path. That's standard equipment even on the Pro version. And then the LED lights that come around and wrap around those headlights as well there. So really cool look there on the front of the vehicle. Black tow hooks on the front as well. And then you're going to have the black bumpers down below there on the vehicle too. And make sure I got everything. Oh, you will have daytime running lights as well that are configurable for you. And I think I've covered everything else. So that's everything there on the front. So let's you can see, actually, we'll stick to this view because you can see most everything here on the side as well as we talk about it. You will see the 18-inch machine wheels with the black high gloss painted pockets. Same wheel as last year, so that's your wheel. You're going to get an all-terrain tire standard equipment on the Pro version. And you'll get tire pressure monitoring system that goes along with those tires. 4-wheel disc brakes with ABS. Don't forget about the regenerative braking. That's going to help regenerate some of the energy back into those motors, or into the batteries, I should say, to help you power the vehicle. So you want to really use that regenerative braking, and that's where you're going to get that. That's where somebody can be really good at this and get even further than what the projected is or less. And I forgot to mention that for the batteries under the mechanical features. That is the standard battery will get you a range now of 240 estimated for your mileage there, so that for your range. So it's went up from 230 to 240 for this year. So I'm not sure if there's something different they're doing or just they've gotten some better projections from last year. You also see let's see here, moving around, black door handles and mirror caps. So those door handles there, as you can see, black door handles and black mirror caps that'll kind of help protect it. And you're going to have the power mirrors, manual fold feature, and you're going to have the black skull caps. You'll have keyless entry with flip key remote to be able to get in. And here's this door. You're going to open that, and that's where your charger, and you're going to charge the vehicle is with that. The one on the other side is for aesthetics, so they look the same. It doesn't open up, so just the one on the driver's side over here. And, of course, don't forget you're going to have the lightning logo there on the side of it with a light blue with a black on top of that, and it's a raised lettering there. Looks real sharp on the vehicle there. Now let's go ahead and get a different view here and talk about the rear of the vehicle. There we go. Let's just use that one. So there, moving to the rear of the vehicle, you will see a center high mounted stoplight up here, and that's your brake light up high and your cargo lights that light up too, so you can see into the bed. Fixed rear glass back here with privacy glass and that back glass, so you're going to have that too. Black door handle back here to kind of match up with or tailgate handle, I should say, to match up with the door handles. You're going to also have black bumpers back here with that molded in bumper cover as well right there. And you're going to do have the Class 4 receiver hitch as standard equipment. So you'll have the hitch, receiver, trailer sway control as well that goes along with that. And you'll get smart trailer tow connectors. So as you're backing up, it helps you with those guidelines backing up to the trailer. Now you will have an under the frame tire, spare tire. So it's going to up underneath there. You'll have that, and it'll be an 18-inch aluminum spare tire, so not a steel there. And your jack is actually in behind the behind the rear seat, like it is on the ICE version there. And don't forget, you'll have with the keyless entry, when you lock the doors, it'll lock the tailgate, so you'll have tailgate key lock as well. Actually, it doesn't say remote lock, so maybe you do have to use the key to lock that. Not sure on that. Somebody could probably answer that down in the comments. And then tailgate lift assist too, so it's going to make the tailgate a little bit lighter when you're lifting it up. And then you do have the removable tailgate, and then inside you're going to have 4 pickup box tie downs hooks, just like in the ICE version, and you're going to get 2 outlets in the back. So you're going to have to use with that 2.4 kilowatt pro power on board. You utilize 2 outlets in the bed as well to be able to power different things out back there. And it's mentioning for this year zone lighting, and I'm not sure if that's 100% accurate on that, because it also mentions that when you go to XLT. So zone lighting usually uses the lights on the back as well as lights underneath the mirrors and such, and this doesn't have LED approach lamp lights or any kind of lights on your running board. So I'm not sure whether or not we're going to see zone lighting, because I don't see that there's any lights on the side of the vehicle. So it is listed on the order guide, but there's also something else listed on the order guide that I don't think is 100% accurate. So I just want to make sure that that's accurate. So I'm not 100% sure on that, but I am got an email out to the brand to the Lightning brand team to let me know if that's what's accurate on that or not. Something else to note that was available last year that is not available this year is the mobile power cord. It was standard last year. It is now optional. It's a $500 option for this year, and we'll get into optional equipment in just a little bit. Okay, so that's all your exterior features. Now let's go ahead and move inside and see some of the interior features. All right, now we're going to get to the interior of the vehicle, and usually here's where I like to talk about the airbag system and such. So you will have a nice personal safety system here with a dual stage front airbags. That means the driver and front passenger will have a dual stage airbag. 2 different size airbags, depends on how close you are to the front of the vehicle. There are sensors underneath the seats so that the system knows how close you are to the front of the vehicle. And also, moving over here to the side impact mounted, seat mounted side impact airbags as well to help protect from the side collisions when those vehicles hit that A and B pillar, which is normally where they hit. Deploy that airbag to protect those occupants and the front seats. You also have safety canopy airbag. It's a side curtain airbag that comes down from the roof line. So if you with the rollover sensor, so if the vehicle rolls over, it's going to deploy that down, help protect from breaking glass coming in and hurting somebody in that kind of situation. Now you will see here it does have the black vinyl flooring, which can't really see too well in here, but you do have the black vinyl flooring. You will get front and rear scuff plates as well that kind of sit right along there and just let you so that way you don't scuff up the paint on the vehicle itself getting in and out. Medium dark slate vinyl seats in the vehicle, as you can see here. So we're using that color for several different trims here. So you're going to see that color. You will see the front bucket seats with the console. That is standard. That is the only configuration you're going to get with the floor shifter. You're not going to get a bench seat in a F-150 Lightning. So just let you know that. That is the only configuration there in the front. 2-way manual front seat adjustment. So there's a lever underneath, allows you to go forward and back. There's a lever on the side for the manual recline as well. And the headrest can go up and down too. You do get this year, now it is mentioning on the order guide that you get heated front seat standard equipment on the Pro version. This is another thing that I'm waiting to get a response back from the the brand team, because it also is listed as the upgraded options to go to XLT. So I'm not sure if that was just from last year's version and this year gets heated seats, but that's what's listed on the order guide right now. If I find out any differently, I'll make sure to put a pinned comment down in the comment section. Should be looking for that if it's any different there. And then in the rear, you're going to 60-40 split bench seats. So that means this seat back, seat cushion can come up. So that way you can, lift one of them up if you need some extra storage, but not both of them. If one person's sitting back there, you can lift up the 60% side or vice versa and such. Comes in real handy for putting some extra storage back in there, but you have the whole front area. Put things up there. Also on there, we're going to go to this 360 view here for the rest of it. So looking here, you will get your power windows with one touch up and down. That means you just hard press it down. It's going to go down automatically as well as come up for the driver and front passenger window. So both of those windows. You also get power locks with auto lock, which means when you go over a certain speed, it's going to lock the doors. That is also something you can activate and deactivate in your settings section for under your lock section there for the vehicle. You also do get, if you look here, a nice big screen, even on the Pro version, 12-inch digital productivity screen with compass display, outside temperature display, as well as all those other features in there. Digital speedometer and nice little gauge over there, which I really like. That shows you your energy level, how much battery you have, as well as how your braking's doing. I love how that looks in there. Now your steering wheel will be a black urethane steering wheel, which is typical on those. Manual tilt and telescoping, which means there's a lever underneath, go up and down, forward and back for you. I will have cruise control on the steering wheel, as well as your Bluetooth controls, being able to make and receive phone calls and that kind of stuff, as well as your audio controls and the buttons to control your productivity screen there. Looking at the climate, it does have dual zone climate control, so driver and front passenger have two different temperatures there. It is showing push button start, but I'm not seeing push button start until you go to XLT trim, so just forewarning there, I don't believe you have the push button start. It is not listed on the order guide yet, so just want to let you know that. Also, you're going to see the AM FM, or not AM FM, it's just FM. So they took away the AM radio for this year, so you have an FM stereo with 6 speakers, no AM stereo, which is kind of interesting they took that away. You also have the Sync 4 screen with the enhanced voice recognition system, 12-inch LCD touchscreen, information on demand. It's that side panel there where you can swipe that information right over. So in a sense, you can have navigation here and another one over there, and you can swipe it over. That's real nice. Wireless phone connection as well, cloud connected. Oh, Android Auto, Apple CarPlay is standard equipment. Digital owner's manual is right there, so you can have that real easy to use, and you no longer get a paper manual. Also, conversational voice command recognition with the wake up word, connected built-in navigation as well, all within that system. So it's pretty cool. 4G LTE Wi-Fi hotspot as well. In some vehicles that's been taken off. That is actually listed on the order guide. When we get to optional equipment, it might be listed. I haven't looked at that yet. We'll get to the standard equipment, then we'll look at that. And then you get the Ford Pass Connect. That allows you to stay connected to the vehicle using the Ford Pass app, where you can remote start your vehicle from anywhere, unlock and lock your vehicle, schedule remote start times. You can locate your vehicle. You can check the tire pressure of your vehicle, your fuel, everything in that app. I love it how it works and everything. Right there, you can even see the state of charge on your vehicle, like how much battery you have, that kind of thing. You can set up departure times for that to start the vehicle up while you're plugged in, all that right through your app. It's a pretty cool system. Power your trip, all kinds of things. It goes on and on. So a lot of great features there. So that's all your standard features on the Pro version. Let's talk about some different options that you have as well. So now we're going to talk about a couple packages available on the Pro version, and that first one here is we're going to talk about the Max Trailer Tow package first, just because it's on my list first. So Max Trailer Tow package is a $1,000 package. What that package is going to do on your standard range is going to take it from 5,000 pounds of towing capacity. It's going to take it up to 7,500 pounds on that standard battery. Now, if you happen to be a fleet company out there that gets an extended range, which is only available for the fleet customers or those commercial customers, or Pro customers as they're calling it now, they have that flexibility of getting extended range, and that would give you 7,500 pounds of towing capability. But if you get the Max Trailer Tow package, it takes it basically, increases it by 2,500 pounds. Let's just say that it takes it to 10,000 pounds. So for most people that are watching this video, they cannot get that extended range battery. So going to this package gets you to 7,500 pounds. And so a lot of people ask, well, what am I getting from that? Well, you're getting a better rating, but you're also going to get added cooling. As it lists right here, adds additional cooling hardware on the battery and electric motors to allow increased towing capacity. So it basically doubles the amount of cooling or fans that are working on this. So cooling those, the battery and the electric motors, both of those for increased capacity. So now you might think about getting this package on your vehicle, even if you don't plan on needing the maximum amount of towing, just for the fact that you can, it's going to just keep that battery cool down, especially if you're in those warmer climates where it gets up over 100 degrees. That's why I went that route, which is because it really helps with that. Now, it does tell you on the standard battery that it does require to add the 9.6 kilowatt Pro Power on board, and that's going to give you the outlets in the bed. We'll talk about that here in just a little bit, but that is a requirement if you do have the standard battery with the Max Trailer Tow package. So keep that in mind, that you'll need to add that to the vehicle if you go to get that Max Trailer. So well, let's just show you right now. If I try to click on that Max Trailer Tow package, it'll actually should pop up and tell me to add that. There you go. So you know that's required. So it's really a $2,200 package, because that Pro Power on board is now going to be $1,200 just for that alone. So just keep that in mind. Now we have the other package that we'll talk about is the Tow Technology package. So this is a $1,950 package, basically $2,000. And this package is optional on the Pro version. So you can get this package, and this is going to give you the 360-degree camera. It does upgrade the mirrors here on this one. It gets the LED spotlights. It gives you the camera under those mirrors, so you can see front and back and all the way around you. So going to give you a front camera as well on there. That's really cool, and having that for that package. Also going to give you the front sensing system, since you're going to have the camera system. It's included on the Pro. That's already standard on it looks like the XLT Lariat and Platinum. You also get the Pro Backup Assist that goes along with this, so you can see the person using that dial right there, and that's going to help you. Pretty much, you're just controlling the trailer itself and not your steering wheel. So you let go of the steering wheel and just use that dial, and you just direct that trailer where you need it to go. So you also get a Pro Trailer Hitch Assist that comes with this package, trailer brake controller, and I'm going to skip over these two here. You get the trailer reverse guidance as well. That helps you. Basically, you're able to see right beside your trailer with that trailer reverse guidance with a different view of the camera there. And it does mention the onboard scales with smart hitch removal. So this is required. So these two were included last year as part of this package, the onboard scales and the smart hitch removal. This year, it does require to add an option. Let's see, what's the option number? Option 63X to your order. You have to remove those to get it scheduled right now. So they're leaving that as part of that package, because maybe if they are starting to get some of these microchips in stock and more available, not in stock, but available, they might add that back into that package. That's why they kind of separated these as a separate option that you're required to add, is that if that does change halfway through the year, it's already in the order guide. All they have to do is then you don't have to put that option in there. So that's why that's included. So this is a great package, especially if you plan to tow a lot. It's a pretty cool package. So again, this package is available on the Pro version as well as your Max Trailer Tow package. Now we're going to talk about the optional equipment here, and I want to first start talking under the powertrain, because for this year the mobile power cord was standard equipment. This year it is actually optional for you. It's a $500 option and not included this year. So I think Ford should include that, but that's not my call. I mean, there's times where you just need it. You're happen to be somewhere and you would get it. So you'll see there that mobile cord. Basically, you can add either one of those two adapters in there, whether you have a 240 volt or a 120 volt connector. They can be taken out basically from that the charger there, and then you can of course keep that in your vehicle and you can charge. Right now, my charger's taking about a month to get, just beware. And because of that, I'm actually using this trickle charger at the house, on the weekend. So, and keeping it charged and last me through the week and such. So it is kind of come in handy. So, I think Ford should include it, but they're not. So it's a $500 option for you. if you want to add it. Now, the rest of these options are under the exterior and interior option. So some of these are broken down for whether they're a freestanding option, as Ford calls it, means it's something you need to order from the factory, or if it's something that's a dealer installed option. And then some of them are listed as accessories. Basically, the accessories are usually just put in the vehicle at the factory, and you don't have to install anything. Some of them do need to install, it looks like, on these accessories. And then the dealer installed options are things that will be sent to the dealership ahead of time. The vehicle goes there, and then the dealer would install that option. So we're going to, as we go through there, I'll break down which is which on these. And I think in some of these situations, I know at least on the Bronco Sport, I just did that video series, that it actually lets you know which ones are and aren't. So let's go ahead and start breaking these down. I'm going to check them off on our list here and on the order guide to make sure we cover everything. Now, one will not be listed on here, just to let you know, and that is the front license plate bracket. So some states that require front license plate, it's standard equipment. Some state like Kansas does not require front license plate, so it's optional equipment. It's a no charge option, but you would want to have it ordered. The dealership would install that for you if you want that on there. So it might be something to think about adding to your vehicle if you want to do that. So, and moving on down, we do have this tail box, or toolbox, I should say, aluminum crossbed by WeatherGuard, Defender Series, what it's called. See if we click on the eye, you can see a little bit better. So that there is an option. So that is it is actually listed as a Ford accessory, and Ford would put that on the vehicle before it is shipped out. It does show you there that it's not available with your plastic drop-in bed liner, which is actually not showing on the order guide. Something to note. And the stowable loading ramps is also an accessory. That's not actually something you can order on your vehicle. You'd have to get that through accessories anyway. So you can get the toolbox. So it's $850 for that one. And the other option is the premium one. That's same price actually. And not sure the difference on that. Just looks a little bit different. In the past, this one was actually more expensive. This year, it looks like it's the same price. And again, not available with the same things, the loading ramps or the drop-in bed liners. So there you go. A couple different things. If you need a toolbox, there you go. Two options. You can get those from the factory if you want to. You can always order those later and have them installed, which is what I encourage you to do. You have the tailgate step with the tailgate work surface. This is a factory installed option. You would definitely, if you want this, think you want it, order it from the factory. So you can see a picture there of the tailgate step that comes right out, as well as the support arm, which are not showing you, to allow you to get in and out. It does include the work surface. So not sure if I'll have a clip of that, but that's really nice surface it put on top of the tailgate to be able to work from. Put those pencils, if you want to work right off your tailgate, you can do that. You do have spots, I don't know if you can see that right there and right there for clamps. So you can, cut wood and everything right off there. You even have the outlets in the bed. So you can use that with your electric vehicle, which comes in real handy. So that is an option you'd want to get from the factory again if you decide you want that. Now this in here, really think they should just put this in accessories, but it's a bed tailgate lock by McArthur. So no confusion on this. Now what this is going to do is it's going to lock your tailgate so people can't take your tailgate. Since the tailgate's removable, it locks that tailgate in place so that if you have the tailgate down carrying stuff and you happen to be out away from your truck, people can actually take your tailgate. This allows them, it locks that so that they're not able to pull it out when you have that, as it takes a special little tool right there for them to be able to do that. So that is something that can be added to your vehicle. And let me just double check. I believe, yep, that is listed under a dealer installed option. So again, ship to the dealership ahead of time and the dealership would install it. Also something you can get through Ford Accessories and install yourself. So I haven't installed it myself, so I'm not sure how easy it is, but just to let you know that. Now the spray-in bed liner. So the Tough Bed spray-in liner, as you can see here in this image. So that is would be done at the factory. It is listed under as an accessory, so they would do that at the factory. I will tell you right now, this is holding up a lot of trucks, whether it be a Maverick, it'll be a Ranger, it'll be F-150 last year. This has held up a lot of builds. If you don't want to get held up in production because there's a lot of Lightnings getting built there, I would leave that off of your truck and find a local vendor or a local dealer, or your dealer possibly even, that can put that spray-in liner when it comes in. Just my recommendation. Take it for what you want. All right, the bed mat, the removable bed mat there, that is listed under a dealer installed option. They just throw it in the vehicle. Basically, it ships to the dealer. The dealership will put it in there. As you can see, not available with your bed tray or bed divider. because the bed divider would maybe probably take away from that, not get in there just right. But you can always get one later or another. This is also something you can get through Ford Accessories and put it in your vehicle right out of the box if you want. You do have to pay for shipping for that though, so keep that in mind. That would be one drawback and why you maybe would want to get it from the factory, because they don't add any install fee or shipment or anything like that. Individual tire pressure monitoring system. That's a customer placed camera. Not sure why they call it individual tire pressure monitoring. So an individual camera that you can put on your vehicle. So if you get that tow tech package where you can control your trailer, you can put one on the back of your trailer as well. So it's a customer placed camera for you. And that is something you can add to the vehicle. So click on that there. You can see what that is. And that again, that would be, it's listed under a dealer installed option here. And so that would go to the dealership ahead of time, and the dealership can help you install that. But you would actually, they're just going to give that to you because you would install that onto your camper or your trailer or whatever you have for that. Now it does say requires the tow technology package for this to work, but it's available on all of your Lightnings. So there you go. Again, mentions a dealer installed option. See right there, it says ship separately from the vehicle for dealer installation. So those are your DIOs, dealer installed options, when you see that same wording right there. You do have a storage box, right hand pivot by undercover. You don't really see an image here. They don't show an image of that, but it sits along there and can swing out. So a lot of people like those. That is also a dealer installed option. So again, would go to the dealership would install it for you. Again, it should actually have that same message right there. There you go. Ships separate from the vehicle for dealer installation. So again, this is not available with your bed divider or your bed divider. It's actually listed twice. So one of them is actually bed divider or your tonneau box covers. That's what the other one's supposed to be. So it's not available with your tonneau covers as well, because it could interfere, and I believe in one of those tonneau covers because of where the position is for the connector for that back there in the back. Now you do have a couple cargo nets. One is says bed cargo net horizontal, so that kind of sits on the bottom. So you use those 4 tie downs in there to put a cargo netting in there. So if you have some things in there and you put that cargo netting down, so that way they'll stay down, so that way it doesn't fly out of the truck while you're driving, right? That's why you'd want that. The other one is the vertical one. This is actually one that goes inside the front area, the front trunk area. So you can see it positioned there. I actually have mine in my truck. And so that is where that's positioned in the vehicle. So those are a couple different cargo nets. Again, those are going to ship to the dealership. Dealership would install those. Not sure why they don't just include it in the truck. That'd be a lot easier. But that's the way that works. And we got a couple wheel lock kits here. 2 different designs here. Same price. You have a wheel lock kit, hidden nut, hidden lugs. You have that one, and again, these are shipped to the dealership. Dealership install it, and then you have this other one here. This exposed one is right there. If 2 different designs, both the same price, but again, the dealer would install those. Basically, take one of those off of each of those wheels, put that one on for you, and put it in your vehicle. So it does say available on Lariat and Platinum, but is showing for this year on the order guide. Is available on the Pro version as well here. And then you have the 9.6 kilowatt Pro Power on board. Required for the one of the packages, I believe it's a tow tech package, but also is a standalone option for $1,200. And that one there, it actually doesn't show you there. It'd be real easy for them to show them an image of this, but this is going to be your outlets in the back. This is where you get that 240 volt outlet, 4 other 110 outlets in the back area, and giving you a full total of 9.6 kilowatt of Pro Power on board. So you're going to get 7.2 in the bed, and then the 2.4 you get between the cab and the front area. So that's how that's going to be sectioned off to give you a full 9.6 kilowatt of Pro Power on board. So again, that is also available for you. So make sure we get this checked off. There you go. That is a factory installed option, by the way. You'll want to get that if you want that. That is not something you want to add afterwards. So you want to do that from the factory. And then moving down to your interior options, you do have the first aid kit. That is, they're calling that as a dealer installed option that would be shipped to the dealership ahead of time. But as we know, you can get that through Ford Accessories real easy if you want to. And then you have the in-vehicle safe by Console Vault. So if you want that, that'll go in the vehicle. Actually, this in here is going to go sold separately, of course. It's actually, I believe this goes underneath the seat, not in this. This does say by Console Vault, but it's an in-vehicle safe. So I believe that goes in there underneath the seat, but I'm not sure. It doesn't mention that there. But either way, that's a vault you can get for you. Something not listed, it's listed on the order guide, but not listed on the build-in price here that I found, and that is the bed tray. It's not available with your bed liner or your bed mat or your pickup box or the pivot box. So the bed tray is what it's called. And it's funny is they don't really mention a drop-in liner here, so maybe they're going to that bed tray than a drop-in liner for those. But those are all your options. It does mention the bed covers as well in here. Again, not listed on the website, but is on the order guide. So you can order these from the factory if you want. So there's a tonneau cover, tonneau pickup box cover, the hard folding. It's a tri-fold by WeatherGuard. You can get that. You also can get the tonneau pickup box cover soft folding. It also is a tri-fold, but it's a soft material by WeatherGuard. And then you have the retractable bed cover. So they're not talking about the roll-up one. This is a retractable one, it says. So I just making sure it doesn't say roll-up, it says retractable there. That is available as well for you. So those are also 3 other options not listed on the build-in price here that we're seeing, but is available to order on your vehicle. So if you see that, when you go to put your order in, if you go to configure your order online and you don't see it in there, go ahead and let your dealer know. They should be able to add it to your order once it's accepted by the dealer, if you want that added to the order from the dealer. Now, there are some fleet options as well available, and let me break that into a different section here. So I normally don't cover any of the fleet options because most of the videos are for people that are customers and are able to get retail. But I am going to include a couple of these fleet options just for those that are watching the video that are businesses out there that can get a business and look at some of those options as well. Now, one of those, I'm just going to go through the order guides kind of in line here. Now, one of them you can have is a backup system, alarm system. So, of course, it's going to be a little bit louder as you're backing up. So those come in real handy at construction sites and such. So that's something that you can add to the vehicle here. Also, you can add the daytime running lights. So we already know there's configurable on-off daytime running lights on the vehicle, but some of those companies want to have the daytime running lights on all the time. So this is an option 942 that would supersede the configurable daytime running lights so that you have those on all the time for your workers and such. You also have the extended range battery. So if you, not for the retail customer, but for a fleet customer, pro customer, you have that option to have the extended range battery, giving you going from 98 kilowatt per hour to a 131 kilowatt per hour battery. So you get that extended range with that option. 99V is what that is. And then you have a couple different little strobe lights that are available. So these are LED warning beacons by sound off signals, what's called. You have an Ember strobe signal, and those are going to be able to be mounted on the roof and have 360 view around. All these will. So you have an option for an amber, you have an option for an amber and white, and you have an option for a red and blue. So you can tell what these are for. These are for your special vehicles. So your special service and vehicles, which is an optional equipment package for you, allowing for that stuff there. Also allows for inside the vehicle, you can have a different console setup. It includes, if you're a police car and such, it's going to include the intrusions in those back seats and such. Smaller bolsters, so for if you have, a holster and such, it makes it a little bit easier for that too. So a lot of different features are included in that package. I did cover that package here. Let me pull this up real quick. Didn't cover this package in my other videos. Here you go. So that package there includes, I think I covered everything actually. Oh, and then the 8-way power driver seat, manual passenger seat. Of course, this is available on the Pro version, which does not get the power seat. I did mention the intrusion plates on the seat backs. The console with reduced bolsters, mentioned that, and the universal top tray. So I did cover everything. And then this package here would include the red, white task lighting in the overhead console as well for the vehicle. So that's a package that is available for your fleet customers, just so you know that. And then you got a couple other last options for you. One of them is a smart acceleration and truncation. I don't know. Anyway, so you have that, and you also have a speed limiter. So you can, if you have certain employees driving your vehicles, you can have them limit to 65 miles an hour, which is one option code, or 70 miles an hour, or 75, so you don't have them driving too fast in your vehicles. It makes things look a little bit better for your company if you don't see your drivers speeding, and this is going to limit and govern their top speed. So those are always options too. And you can get the Ford Charge Station Pro Delete. So if you go extended range battery, don't need the charger, you can delete that off there too. Actually, it says that's included. Okay. So it's gonna, on all of your fleet vehicles, it will include the delete for the Ford Charge Station Pro. So it will not come free with your fleet vehicle. So again, don't usually cover the fleet ones, so I stumbled there a little bit on some of those things, so pardon me for that. But there you go, there's some options for you. So again, those are all of our standard equipment and different options and everything. But let's conclude with a couple thoughts here for you as you think about ordering this vehicle. All right, so we covered everything now, all of the standard equipment as well as the different packages and options that are available on the Pro trim. So those of you, the order banks are open right now for those that have a reservation. If you extended your your reservation, or your order, I should say, order invite, from last year to this year because they were sold out of the Pro versions, this video will be helpful for you. And for those of you that have a reservation waiting soon to hopefully get that invite and you're wanting to get a Pro version, this video kind of helps you out and lets you know exactly what standards as well as what your options are on there. Pretty easy once you figure out the options are, pretty easy to maneuver through the website, like we did here. But at least letting you know exactly what standard on the vehicle was my goal on this particular video. So hopefully if this helped you out, smash that like button. I'd really appreciate it. Also, don't forget to, if you're looking to find a dealer, maybe you more than likely hopefully have a reservation. If you find out recently your dealer is wanting to mark the vehicle up or something like that, we're hearing a lot of that. We are taking reservation switches, so if you want to transfer your reservation to us, we're doing MSRP pricing. We have a $500 dealer fee, and no other fees added to that. If you want to get some aftermarket things, that is totally on you, and we don't charge or make you get anything. That is totally up to you. We believe in selling the product to you and not just making you pay for it. So keep that in mind. If you want to do that, you can do that. Just reach out to us. There is an 800 number you can call for that, 1-800-334-4375 to switch that reservation. You will need your reservation number there, but just so you know that. Now we are doing free shipping on ours. So as a YouTube special, if you finance a vehicle with us, we'll pay for the first $1,000 of the shipping cost to ship it to you. And so we're very transparent about that. We figure the shipping cost isn't free. We don't want it to be a cost incurred onto you if you plan to finance a vehicle anyway. So if you finance with us, the lenders will pay the lender feedback that we get, or the back-end profit, we should say, will go towards the shipping. That's why we cap it at about $1,000. That's usually about as much as we can cover on those. So just want to let you know that. So again, hopefully you're able to have a great dealership locally that you can work with and everything. And so just want to let you know this is kind of how this all works. So hopefully this helps you out. If it did, again, like I said, please smash that like button. I really appreciate it. If you're new to the channel and are new to this video and not subscribed to the channel, hit the red subscribe button down below so you can subscribe to the channel. Hit the notification bell. That way you can stay notified next time with another video uploaded to your YouTube channel. And don't forget, you can find us on social media. We're at Lon McArthur on Facebook, Twitter, and Instagram. And if you want to, you can follow me as well. You can find my Linktree account there and on the screen, and that just allows you, if you want to see all the different places you can find me on social media and connect with me there, as well as different places that I do videos, and even my email address, you can get that through my Linktree account there. So again, thanks for watching this video. Hope you liked it, and until the next one, we'll see you later.